I've seen Ubisoft fall from graces like everyone else, but I never thought it would go this bad into DEI, into dropping the company into what it's become. I said, "Whoa, Ubisoft delayed its scheduled earnings report and paused trading on its stock, saying that both will resume and be released in the coming days." And this is so wild that when I heard it, I'm like, they can they can do that? This could signal a pretty significant development going on right now behind the scenes, but nothing is confirmed yet. And they posted this postponement of H1 fiscal year 2025-2026 results announcement. Paris. Ubisoft announces the postponement of their release of its results for the first half of fiscal year 2025-26. Ubisoft has requested Euronext to halt trading of its shares and its bonds from the market opening on November 14th, 2025, until the publication of the first half 2025-26 results in the coming days. Ubisoft will inform the market of the date on which trading will restart, which is insane and tells me that you don't make this kind of announcement unless you have a major company changing move that you are announcing. Like we're talking complete buyout, bankruptcy, and everything in between that is insanity. And I shared Tom Henderson, Ubisoft CFO, tells employees that the trading halt of stock is to limit unnecessary speculation, which I found very curious. Pirate Nation says Ubisoft delays earnings report, halts shares trading minutes before release. And there's the halting of the trading of the stock that just continues to drop. Gray the Merchant, bet they want to prevent another short. Little do they know, I'm going to short their asses. Tycho Dragon, did we at least own the chuds? Remember when they were trying to get an own on a quote tweet of Grums for not finishing his game? And all the wokies were running with it like, oh, we totally own Grums and the chuds. It's like, congratulations. Assassin's Creed Shadows launched. Good job, guys. Your company's still tanking. I don't know if it was worth the quote tweet ratio that you got, but congratulations. And this is the article from Inside Gaming here. Ubisoft's CFO tells employees that the trading halt of the stock is to limit unnecessary speculation. Ubisoft's chief financial officer, Frederic Duguay, has told staff in an internal email that Ubisoft stock has been paused to limit unnecessary speculation and market volatility during the short delay of reporting its first half earnings. The internal email provided to Insider Gaming reads, "Hello, everyone. I wanted to let you know that we are taking extra time to finalize the closing of the semester. And as a result, we will publish our first half earning results in the coming days instead of tonight," which again, anyone who's dealt with the stock market for any period of time whatsoever would know that you don't be a massive multi-conglomerate, multi-billion-dollar organization and then miss your deadline on your numbers. You have to have a major announcement coming out, which is causing this. It's hanging on the delay of a signing or a deal to announce it, and they can't continue the stock without the finalization of that. Whether that be speculation here of Tencent doing more than just harboring a few of their titles and maybe taking on a lot more, or changing the entire dynamic of how Ubisoft is structured as well. I don't know, but what is going to come out in probably the next couple of days is going to be massive in the game industry when this announcement comes out. Due to legal regulations, we cannot share more information with you at this time. To limit unnecessary speculation and market volatility during this short delay, we have asked Euronext to suspend the trading of our stock until the results are announced. We know this is likely to raise questions and drive media coverage. I encourage you all to listen to the conference call, which will be available via the investor section of our site just after the results are released, so that you have a more detailed view of our earnings. Thanks for your understanding, Fred. Insider Gaming has reached out to Ubisoft for more clarification on the delay of trade halting Should a response be received, it'll be added to the story. I don't expect Ubisoft to respond because they're probably being bombarded right now with people wanting more information and when it's going to be announced. I have a feeling they're just going to, when they announce it, that will be their response to it. And this was the official notification from Reuters earlier today. Ubisoft delays half-year results, requests trading suspension. French video game publisher Ubisoft said on Thursday it was postponing the publication of its first half-year earnings, publication of its half-year earnings, and requested Euronext suspend trading of its shares and bonds starting Friday. Suspension will remain in place until the company publishes delayed results in the coming days, in quotes. Ubisoft said in a statement. Scheduled investor call on Thursday evening was also postponed, which would have been very insightful for what's transpired right now. But like I said, they probably need to finish off signing and agreeing to deal terms with a situation before they could go forward with the conference call, because you can't give a conference call legally without the information and withholding that, but then you can't say it if you haven't finished the deal yet too. So between a rock and a hard place right now. CFO Frederick Duguay said in an internal memo, the suspension was to limit unnecessary speculation and market volatility, like I already said. Ubisoft said July it was undertaking a sweeping reorganization into a new operating model built around business units called quote unquote creative houses, aimed at streamlining operations. Read siloed organizations. In March, Ubisoft established a subsidiary, Vantage Studios, to manage the intellectual property of its three leading franchises, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. And that was Vantage Studios, was the joint venture with Tencent that I believe has, 1/3 stake in them, potentially more. Chinese tech giant Tencent invested 1.16 billion euros. Oh, there we go. 1/4 stake for a 25% stake in the entity, which remains under Ubisoft's exclusive control and is co-led by Christophe Durens and Charlie Guillemot, son of Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot. Ubisoft's Paris-listed shares have fallen 49% year to date. Yikes. Stock is, I don't know if you're familiar, stock is supposed to go up when you invest in a company. You expect them to be making money in the long term. They went so deep into DEI and thinking that that was the wave of the future. No matter what people told them, they felt like they were right about it. And this is what they get. Well, if it's not the consequences of their own actions and decisions, here they are. But regarding this Tencent deal that I've spoken about before with the 25% stake in Ubisoft is a massive slap in the face to employees of Ubisoft. It changes the entire dynamic. And by the way, massive slap in the face to investors too. People that put money into Ubisoft. What it looks like, at least from where I'm standing, it appears as if Ubisoft has taken their most valuable franchises, put them on a boat, and pushed that boat away from the burning down building of Ubisoft. So the investors are left holding the bag, and these franchises do not get sold off in some sort of bankruptcy or anything like that, that most likely would be prepared for in the coming months or years ahead. And Ubisoft's getting ahead of that by saving these franchises and creating a new organization. And when I covered this previously, I said what they are doing strikes me as extremely shady, like shady as fuck. International business laws may not apply to what they're doing, but if this was something internally in the United States or something like that and shifting it to another United States company, I feel like this would be highly illegal what they're doing right now. But because they're partnering with Tencent and what they're doing, it makes me think that the money at play here, there's a lot of pockets being lined to make this go through and work. And if it actually does get approved and it goes out there and it's cleared, yikes, the precedent that sets in the future. It basically says that you can go into however much debt the banks are going to allow you to go into. And then when shit hits the fan, you just create a lifeline and sail that boat away from it, burn your company down, and then jump ship to what you sailed away with. and everyone else is left holding the bag while you have the profitable franchises. They can sell off all the other Ubisoft properties that nobody cares about, and you don't miss out on anything. You're still making all the money. It's from a business perspective, it's fucked up, but it's the best of both worlds. You get to not have any of the debt and keep all the profitable franchises. It's fucked. It's completely fucked. So exactly, Carlos, it is good old fashioned money laundering. And like I said, international business laws, I'm not really sure about how that all works in conjunction with what we're seeing happen right now. But I'd imagine this is something that if it wasn't China and Tencent, that there'd be a lot more pushback with what's happening right now. But as it stands, I feel for the investors of Ubisoft. I know it's crazy to say that because they should have known better. And you could say, yeah, they should have. But at the same time, this should be what's, in my humble opinion, what Ubisoft is trying to do with Tencent should be illegal worldwide. This, what they're doing is the most unethical business move I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'm sure there are more unethical ones out there, but as far as what I'm familiar with, this is insanity. The more you dive into what they're doing and understanding the math behind it and how they're sneaking away with the stuff and not being questioned, it's fucked. It's fucked. Enron. I mean, good point. Bernie Madoff, yeah, that too. But the governments need to intervene if it's going to be stopped. I don't know if that's going to happen. But at this point, I'm very curious to see what they're going to be announcing because this is going to be massive. And I wonder, clip this, by the way. I wonder if anyone from Ubisoft is going to end up in jail. I wonder. I know that sounds crazy right now because nothing's come out. I feel like there's a lot of shady shit going on right now. It's just, I don't know, call it intuition. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going to be uncovered in the coming months and years with Ubisoft that might put people in some hot water in the legal system. But then again, what's it? French Canadian company. They're in Paris and parts of Canada. What? Quebec, Montreal. Who knows what the legalities are even there? Anyways, but yeah, we'll see. I do find it very curious there, though. But I will leave that right there.